Bonnies fans and players wake up emotional and upset about the loss against the University of Florida. The final score, 77-62, left St. Bonaventure fans in tears as they left American Airlines Center. SBU-TV was live in Dayton to deliver the latest. There's a reason why St. Bonaventure has the best alumni in the country. SBU-TV's Robert Barbieri gives you the facts and importance behind the $53,000 donation from the alumni, which sent over 150 students to the NCAA tournament in Dayton, Ohio and Dallas, Texas. This Saturday is St. Patrick's Day. Millions of people around the world will be celebrating their Irish heritage. Matt Williams will be bringing you information on drinking culture, and Aaron Lanahan will be giving you some fast facts about the different traditions people hold. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We're keeping all the Bonnies in our thoughts today as we come down from last night's loss. I'm Emily Weber.
And I'm Aaron Lanahan. Let's get right to the rest of this week's news. St. Bonaventure basketball fans wake up upset but proud to call themselves a Bonnie. Graduating seniors Adam, Mobley, and Taki played in their last game as a Bonnie, and it was nothing but emotional. The Bonnies had one of the best seasons since 1970. When they got here, we were building the program, and we were going to be known for it, not just sustaining it, but making it a more national program. And that's what I'm proud of, said Coach Schmidt in the post-game press conference. The Florida Gators were in it to win it. Adams, Mobley, and Coach Schmidt made remarks on how well prepared they were defensively. The Bonnies head home this morning. We hope to hear more from the team in the coming week.
We love alumni support. SBU-TV's Robert Barbieri explains how St. Bonaventure alumni raised more than $50,000 to send students to the NCAA tournament.
Those cheers are the ones of Bonaventure students that traveled to Dayton, Ohio when the team took on UCLA in the first four matchup this past Tuesday. I talked to interim VP for University Relations Tom Missel to understand how they got the alumni to raise all that money to send the students to Dayton and Dallas.
Within an hour, we raised $10,000. And we're like, the initial issue at first was buses are limited, tickets are limited because it's very difficult to get tickets. We were only given 20 tickets by the NCAA that we had to pay for. Once we realized there was enough, that all this funding was coming from alumni, we're like, we have to do more to try to figure out how to get tickets.
So also says that once Amy and Adrian Wojnarowski donated the $10,000 to the online campaign, it inspired other alums to do the same, which ultimately resulted in the $53,500 being raised within an 8-hour span on Monday. But it's the passion that drives the Bonaventure faithful. I talked to donor David Ennis to get his thoughts on why it's important we donate.
That's a very special thing about St. Bonaventure is I don't think you're going to find a lot of other schools that have an alumni base that are going to come together, a school of this size, that are going to make things happen for it. I think that sending those kids down there to Dayton, having that home court advantage because of that was a big reason that we won that game. I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Any words of encouragement, to send to all the alums and all the people that are going to be watching tomorrow or tonight? And
just, keep watching. The world is going to know who we are. I feel it in my bones. I've been saying it. We have the will to win. We've got the pieces of the puzzle that are coming together here. Beat Florida. That's the way it is. Just don't stop. Just keep winning.
You hear about the Bona bubble as soon as you enter campus, but you don't really realize until situations like this happens what it really means. In a matter of 8 hours, 500 alumni raised more than $50,000 to send students to Dayton, Ohio and Dallas, Texas, giving them the opportunity of a lifetime and taste of what Bonaventure NCAA tournament basketball really means. Whether you're a fan or not, you can't deny the passion Bonaventure fans have for basketball. For SBU-TV, I'm Rob Barbieri.
Unfortunately, the Bonnies' historic season comes to an end as they lost to the Florida Gators last night in the first round of the NCAA tournament, 77-62.
The White House is enacting new sanctions on Russia for election meddling. This is Trump's new effort to punish Russia, even though Mueller's investigation into Trump seems to be stepping into Trump's business affairs.
Signs the Mueller investigation is expanding into President Trump's business dealings. CNN has learned that special counsel Robert Mueller subpoenaed the Trump Organization for business documents. According to the New York Times, the subpoena included documents related to Russia. In an interview with the Times last July, Trump said looking into his family finances would cross a red line for him.
Mueller was looking at your finances, your family's finances, unrelated to Russia. Is that a red line?
Would that be a breach of what his actual?
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes. By the way, I would say I mean, it's possible that it's condo or something. So, I sell a lot of condo units, and somebody from Russia buys a condo. Who knows? I don't make money from Russia.
An attorney for Trump Organization told CNN today the company is cooperating fully with the special counsel. Also tonight, the Trump administration acknowledging that Russia meddled in the 2016 election and taking its toughest action yet, enacting sanctions on Moscow to finally meet a congressional mandate to impose the penalties. Among the Russian targets on the list, all 13 people and 3 entities indicted by special counsel Robert Mueller last month for interference in the election, including this man, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who has deep ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Also sanctioned the company that Prigozhin financially backs, the Internet Research Agency, a Russian troll farm that produced divisive political posts on American social media platforms.
The subpoena is an indicator that the investigation into Russia will continue for at least several more months.
St. Patrick's Day is one of the most celebrated holidays at St. Bonaventure. Everyone has started preparing for the festivities in order to ensure that this St. Patrick's Day is a great one. SBU-TV's Matt Williams has insight on how students and locals make this happen.
At St. Bonaventure, Paddy's Day is the greatest tradition of all, buddy! Let's go!
On St. Patrick's Day, everybody's a little Irish.
That's right. It's that time of year when people break out their favorite green outfit and put on their best Irish accent. Students and locals gather every year to celebrate the timeless Irish holiday, from doing Irish car bombs to singing traditional Irish songs. Although it's fun, things can get a little out of hand, and local businesses need to prepare for the green wave coming their way this Saturday. I spoke with the owner of the Burton, Chrisanne Neven, to see how she prepares for the annual festivities.
We'll have extra kegs, extra bottled beer, and extra booze. We'll be ready for everybody. We're going to have green beer pitcher specials all day long, from noon all the way through the day.
St. Patrick's Day is a time where everybody should have fun. And while everybody should be enjoying the holiday, be warned that Allegheny Police will be on high alert. After speaking with Chief of Police Dominic Papasergi, he says that officers understand that it's a holiday and they will offer leeway to students who are carrying drinks out in public. However, they will keep a special eye out for people who are drunk driving and acting disorderly. So, stay safe, stay off the road, and most importantly, enjoy the holiday. For SBU-TV, I'm Matt Williams.
This St. Patrick's Day, we remind you to have fun and to be safe. May the luck of the Irish be with you.
A nationwide movement made its way to Bonas this week. Students walked out of class at 10 a.m. Wednesday to honor those lost in the school shooting last month and to show support for students across the country. SBU-TV's Bryce Spadafora has more.
A picture and a candle, one for each of the 17 people killed in a school shooting in Parkland, Florida last month. Bonnies left class at 10 o'clock on Wednesday to honor those lost and show solidarity with students walking out across the country. Students nationwide organized the walkout in response to what many said is a lack of gun control and a need for safety in their schools. Jessica Kaysen, a grad student, says she took part because she's fed up with Congress not acting on gun control.
I just think a lot of us are just kind of fed up of being pushed to the side. Even college students, I feel like, get pushed to the side, not just high school students.
Kaysen is part of a group of SBU students organizing a trip to D.C. on March 24th to protest gun violence in schools.
I feel like this is just a time for everybody to get together, because gun reform is for everybody to benefit from, not just one side of the political spectrum.
Bryce Spadafora, SBU-TV.
Keep an eye on our social media next weekend as SBU-TV follows those students marching in D.C.
Students across D.C. and Montgomery County also participated in the national walkout. They marched to the Capitol Wednesday, shouting for change in gun control policy.
St. Bonaventure wasn't the only school to participate in Wednesday's National Walkout Day. More than 2,500 students from DC to Montgomery covered the streets in memory of the 17 killed in the Florida high school shooting.
The first stop, the White House. With signs held and backs turned, a 17-minute moment silence, 1 minute for each victim in Parkland, Florida. Pennsylvania Avenue shut down as students marched to the Capitol to protest gun violence.
And the time is now for all of us together to stand up to the NRA.
A Rockstar Plaza held for a surprise appearance. Senator Bernie Sanders.
The NRA has made me public enemy #1, and I'm proud of it.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi also showed, making cutting remarks on gun violence.
Political survival is more important than the survival of our children.
Politicians gave a voice to students, many still too young to vote.
The adults have failed us. This is in our hands now. And if any elected official gets in our way, we will vote them out and replace them ourselves.
For SBU-TV News, I'm Roisin Coleman.
Protests unfolded in the cities across the country: New York, Washington, Chicago, and Seattle, and hundreds of smaller communities as well. Students from nearly 3,000 schools joined each other as they took part in National Walkout Day. Yesterday, senior Mackenzie Watson received the Woman of Promise Award for setting a positive example for female students across campus. I had the chance to meet Mackenzie and discuss what the award means to her. Mackenzie Watson was this year's St. Bonaventure Woman of Promise. She sat down to tell us a little bit more about herself and what she thinks it means to win this award.
Being a woman of promise is somebody that has the confidence and they know that the power that they have to instill change, even if it's something small and grows into something bigger.
From a young age, I always knew that I wanted to be a successful, independent woman.
Watson hopes to pursue a career in the clothing industry and empower women through sustainable fashion.
Kind of clicked, like, wow, like how much fashion is able to empower a woman. Like when they look good, they feel good.
The ceremony was held here in the Dresser Auditorium of the Murphy Professional Building. This is where I got to talk with some of Mackenzie's friends on why they thought she deserved the award.
Mackenzie holds a leadership position for a club that I'm in called Her Campus. It's for empowering women on college campuses, and she is always asking to help our students write their articles. She's always looking to help people.
Watson credited her success to many professors within the Jandoli School of Communication. She closed with a quote Dr. Denny Wilkins gave her freshman year.
I've read, do stuff, be clenched, curious, not waiting for inspiration's shove or society's kiss on your forehead. Pay attention. It's all about paying attention. Attention is vitality. It connects you with others. It makes you eager. Stay eager.
After speaking to Mackenzie along with her peers and her teachers, it became apparent why she received this award. As she moves on with her career in fashion, she will continue to strive to be a true woman of promise.
Yesterday was International Women's Day at Christ Methodist Church. The Zonta Club of Olean recognizes women in the community for their achievements. SBU-TV's Mariah Marrero gets the inside scoop on why this amazing woman received this award.
48-year-old Trisha Carney from Olean is a role model to many women around the community for overcoming major health issues and still choosing to return to school to earn her bachelor's degree.
I had my son when I was in my senior year of college at Canisius, so I didn't finish. And I ended up coaching high school basketball with my old high school coach and ended up coaching college. My last year, I had a stroke the day after our season ended, but I lost the use of my left side of my body, but I was able to learn to walk again. I just never got my arm back.
I'm here at the international dinner held by the Zonta's Women Club of Olean, where Trisha Carney was awarded the Women's Achievement Award for her dedication and perseverance through hard times. She was awarded the Yellow Rose.
Zonta Club of Olean is an organization that gives aid to improve the status of women by things like presenting scholarships and donating to many areas, organizations, and community service groups. Single rose symbolizes for its efforts to improve the lives of women. Anne-Marie, vice president of the Zonta Club of Olean, said courage, determination, hard work, and an ability to rise above her health issues helped her achieve her goals.
Carney has been able to leap over all her obstacles as she was graduated this May with a bachelor's in sports studies.
I wanted to find a way to get back involved with athletes, because that's what I probably miss the most, is the team and family atmosphere of being with athletes every day.
With SBU-TV, I'm Mariah Marrero.
Carney's son is a motivation for her every day as they push each other to reach their goals. Carney will look to finish out this semester strong.
This Tuesday, Dr. Ruby Lal, a professor of South Asian Studies from Emory University, came as the keynote speaker for the 2018 Mary Devereaux Lecture. She spoke about her upcoming book named Empress, The Astonishing Reign of Nur Jahan. SBU-TV's Fraser Breon has the story.
I am truly honored to introduce to you this afternoon my colleague and my friend, Ruby Lal, Dr. Ruby Lal.
I'm here in the Board of Trustees room in Doyle Hall, where Dr. Ruby Lal gave a lecture on her upcoming book, Empress, The Astonishing Reign of Nur Jahan.
No, shooting skill wasn't the only thing that made her highly unusual. She held a position in the empire never before filled by a woman, a co-sovereign. And from a few years after their wedding until Jahangir's death, Nur Jahan ruled with her husband effectively and prominently, successfully navigating the labyrinth of feudal courtly politics and the male-centered culture of the Mughal world.
If you look at the Safavid Empire, if you look at the Ottoman Empire, you look at the Fatimids and the Mamluks, you do see powerful women who are extraordinarily talented, but historically people haven't looked at them unless they somehow enter into, quote-unquote, the man's sphere.
After talking and listening to Dr. Lal, it's clear there was something unique about Nur Jahan.
Here, the evidence is insurmountable. Any number of paintings, architecture, her imperial orders, coins, the memoirs, the document, colonial accounts.
As a keynote speaker in part of Women's History Month, one message was clear. Fraser Breon, SBU-TV.
I think it alerts us to pay attention to women. Listen to women is what I'm saying.
End of July.
Picasso is here. SBU Theater presents Picasso at the Pin Agile, set in early 20th century Paris. It focuses on what happens when two geniuses walk into a bar. The show takes place in the Virginia A. Quick Center at 7:30 p.m. today until tomorrow, and you can get your tickets at the box office.
Many people remember Stephen Hawking as a man who was never bound by his physical limitations. After being diagnosed with ALS, Hawking went on to publish widely popular books and speak of his profound vision on humanity and science, all using a speech synthesizer. Stephen Hawking's legacy will live on after he passed away Wednesday at 76 years old.
With St. Patrick's Day coming up, there are a lot of ways to show Irish pride. I researched some American traditions, but also talked to an Irish student who told me more about how the people of Ireland celebrate their day. Grab your green and grab your Guinness for this St. Patrick's Day. But wait, do you know why we celebrate the way we do? I looked into some St. Patrick's Day traditions to tell you the history behind them.
March 17th is the feast day of St. Patrick. It's become more well known as a day of Irish pride. Many people march in a parade, eat corned beef and cabbage, or bake some Irish soda bread. Of course, you have to wear green.
So why do we wear green on St. Patrick's Day? Well, it actually is a nod to the Irish flag. The green symbolizes the Catholics of Ireland, while the orange represents the Protestants, and the white symbolizes the peace between the two religions. While these traditions may seem Irish, a lot of them actually stem from American cultures. For instance, corned beef and cabbage was a dish created in America. Irish-American immigrants used corned beef as a substitute for bacon in the late 19th century. While it may seem like a lot of these traditions are turning out to be American, they still do a lot of celebrating over in Ireland. Sam Gibson, a student at the National University of Ireland Maynooth, tells how he likes to celebrate the 17th.
When I was a kid, we used to go to the parade every year, and that would be a big thing, but as I kind of got older, when I was a teenager, I'd be hanging out with my mates, we kind of celebrate our own way, and now that I'm older again, we just kind of see the parade and then drink after pretty much for the entire day.
So whether you're wearing green or enjoying a pint of Guinness, make sure to safely enjoy yourself this St. Patrick's Day. For SBU-TV, I'm Erin Lanahan. Join in the festivities on campus this Saturday by watching the Disney Channel original movie, The Luck of the Irish, in the McGinley Carney Center.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday at 10 a.m. For SBU-TV, I'm Emily Weber.
And I'm Erin Lanahan. Happy St. Patrick's Day.